Hi, I'm Alyssa, and I'm going to give you an overview of our upcoming storytelling math books. Charlesbridge partnered with STEM nonprofit Turk to develop these books, and they're really different from other math picture books. First of all, they star main characters of color, BIPOC children, and most are created by Own Voices authors and illustrators. They also feature important but often overlooked math topics, like patterns and spatial relationships, that research shows are really important for young kids. And they have stories that kids will want to read again and again. You know, we expect picture books to be emotionally resonant and compelling. Why not expect the same of math picture books? The first 6 storytelling math books are out now, and they include 4 board books by superstar Grace Lin, as well as 2 really wonderful, funny, touching picture books. Coming in the summer is Look Grandma, Nialisi. Bo has worked all year long on his traditional Cherokee marbles. His family says that he's finally old enough to sell them at the Cherokee National Holiday. But that means he needs a container that will hold all the marbles, fit in the booth, and look good. He tries a box, a tray, a vase, nothing works. He asks his grandma for help, but she just tells him to keep looking. Can he find something that's just the right size? So this book challenges negative stereotypes about who can do math. It stars a mathematically empowered Cherokee kid. It also fills a void. Math in Native American themed books seems limited to counting books and craft books on beating patterns. In contrast, this book is an expertly developed, kid-friendly introduction to perimeter, volume, and area. And it's a great story. Usha and the Big Digger stars Indian American characters and the math of spatial sense and geometry. Usha and her big sister Artie see different things in the stars. Artie sees the Big Dipper, but Usha sees the Big Digger. There's an excavator in the sky. When the 2 sisters ask cousin Gloria what she sees the big kite. What's going on? Could they all be right? Spoiler alert, the girls see different things in the stars because they're looking at them from different orientations, right side up, upside down, and from the side. This mirrors how young children learn. They develop an understanding that an object can look different depending on which way it's rotated. A 3-year-old, for example, may have to hold 2 blocks side by side to tell that they're the same. A 6-year-old, on the other hand, might be able to tell just by looking. The story is also fun and relatable. All Usha wants is some respect from her older sister. Don't we all? Last but not least, we're excited to release Spanish-English bilingual editions of Grace Lin's board books in the fall. Now even more readers will be able to discover the math in everyday play. For more information about storytelling math, please visit our website for author and illustrator videos, downloadable math activities, and other goodies. Thank you.
From the froggy's perspective, why go to bed when you can sneak out to play the accordion just like knights, or hold burping contests with strange alien life forms? Or maybe you want to dance on underwater ballet or tame ferocious beasties. The page designs go from white backgrounds to beautifully patterned spreads to a frog literally launching itself out of a cannon. From that point in the story, there's nowhere to go but out of this world, with beautifully vivid settings that capture the increasing chaos as the froggies do anything and everything but sleep. Some nights, kids need warm baths and milk and quiet, repetitive I love you stories in order to fall asleep. This book is not for those nights. Some nights, you need to get your sillies out before you can relax, and a late night tickle releases enough energy so you can finally drift off to sleep, at last floating down through piles of pillowy clouds into a cozy bed. Sharp-eyed readers will notice that a purple alien from the burping contest has followed the froggies back home to their bed and will later raid the refrigerator for a late night snack on the end papers. So I've long been a fan of Adam Gustafsson. He's illustrated several of our books, but this is his first book as author and illustrator, and I think it's a breakout book as well as one of my personal favorites of all time. Adam's draftsmanship is unparalleled, and his illustrations are filled with kid-friendly humor. He's a true Renaissance man, an art teacher, a musician, a fine artist, a humorist, and it turns out, a wonderful writer. The Froggies' imaginative play is laugh out loud funny, the art and the design ramp up the humor, and the memorable writing reads like a perfect poem. It's a beautifully executed book by a true master of the picture book form.
Hey, hi, ho there. Is anyone out there listening? I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite Summer 21 titles. D39 by award-winning poet Irene Latham is a middle grade novel in verse about a girl and her robo-dog set in a world where dogs no longer exist. Clint and her dad are just trying to survive the aftermath of a devastating civil war in the not too distant future. One day, as she's rearranging her museum of fond memories, she finds a genuine wartime antique, D39 Robo-Dog. Clint takes D39 on an incredible journey to find her mom. If you're looking for a fascinating middle grade read for reluctant readers, this novel in verse has short chapters and a ton of action. This is a great title to get younger readers invested in the dystopian genre, perfect for ages 10 and up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Boss, and I am an editor at Charlesbridge Publishing, and I'm here to tell you about a new book coming in 2021 called Why Longfellow Lied: The Truth About Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. So listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. That's something that we all know. It's Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's famous poem. And the thing is that most people know about the poem, and they think that it's an accurate account of that night that Paul Revere did his famous ride on the night of April 18th and 19th, 1775. That's when the American Revolution began. But it turned out that Longfellow twisted the facts in the poem. He lied. Why did he do that? So the author of this awesome book is Jeff Lantos, and he's an educator from California. And he does things like writes musicals, original musicals for his fifth graders to perform. And he really delved into this research and into the history. And he broke down not only what happened on that night, but also how Longfellow wrote it. And then he reveals in the book why Longfellow wrote it that night, why Longfellow lied. I hope that you'll enjoy this. It's for middle graders. It's a fantastic read. It moves quick, just like that night did. Thanks.